Hey guys, welcome back to 天天中文. So are you ready for today's lesson? 准备好今天的课了吗? So today we are going to learn lesson 2. 我们会来学本周的第2节课 In the restaurant, 在餐馆 or 在餐厅. So 餐馆 is the place you want to go outside and to eat. Eat outside. 在外面吃饭的地方. Okay, so let's see.Before we start, let's have a little bit warm up. 我们来一点点小小的热身 to review what we have learned before. 来复习一下我们学过的内容。First one, how do you say a coffee, please? A coffee or a cup of coffee, please. Okay, 好，请 please give me 请给我一杯咖啡请给我一杯咖啡一杯咖啡，请给我一杯咖啡。Also, we can say 我想要 I want, I would love 我想要一杯咖啡so 这个地方 we can also say 我想要I want 我想要一杯咖啡。Okay, next sentence. How do you say I don't have a car? I don't have is a negative sentence, right? So 我没有我没有车。Okay, 我没有车 I don't have. So how do you say I have a car? 我有车我有车 Okay, so this is the positive and this is the negative. 我有 and 没有 So last sentence. How do you say do you have any cakes? Do you have any cakes? So we say 你们请问 or please 请问有蛋糕吗 OK 请问有蛋糕吗cake is 蛋糕cake Do you have cake? Do you have cake? Any cake? How do you reply this sentence? If I say yes, I have. Yes, we have. 是的，我们有。是的，我们有蛋糕。We is 我们有蛋糕。Oh no, we don't have cake. 我们没有蛋糕不好意思，我们没有蛋糕。Okay, so here that is the review section for the 3 sentences. 第一个 A coffee, please. 请给我一杯咖啡。我想要 I want 一杯咖啡。Next one, I have a car. 我有车。Or I don't have a car. 我没有车。And last one, do you have any cakes? 请问有蛋糕吗？Yes, I have. Yes, we have. 是的，我们有蛋糕。No, we don't have. 我们没有蛋糕。Okay, so this is the review section. So do you still remember all these expressions, all these sentences? Okay, if you have no more question, 如果你没有任何问题 let's move on to the new lessons we are going to learn today. Okay, so here, today's lesson is about 在餐馆 in the restaurant or 在餐厅or 在餐馆在餐厅。好 there are different types of places to eat in China 在中国有很多可以吃东西的地方For example, you can go to the restaurant 你可以去餐厅You can also go to the street, the food street 去美食街 the food street. So here food street 美食街delicious to taste some delicious food, street food. Okay, so we can say 饭馆、餐馆 or 美食街 both correct. So we have different types of food in China. For the Chinese style or the Western style. So for the Chinese food, we say 中餐. Okay, I think you all heard of it. 中餐. For the Western food, we call it 西餐. Okay, 西餐. 西 in Chinese is West. West. Western food and Chinese food. And also we have snacks. Snacks. You go to the supermarket. 你去超市 supermarket, we say 超市So I like go to the supermarket to buy snacks. 我喜欢let's say this one. 我喜欢去超市买零食I like going to the supermarket to buy to buy snacks. 买是 buy 的意思我喜欢去超市买零食。 And also we have some street food, as we mentioned here, 美食街. So here, this is a picture. It's quite famous. It's quite famous, especially after work or during the holidays. You can see a lot of these vendors to sell food in a street. So here 美食街. So this food they're selling, we say 街头小吃. 街头小吃. 街 means street. Street. Street food. Okay, 街头小吃. Okay, so this is something you learn about the place we eat. 我们吃东西的地方. Okay, so let's move on to some vocabulary for this lesson. Okay, 这是. Okay, this is. For example, we say okay, so let's say here. This is a pen. Okay, this is a pen. We say pen in Chinese. We say 笔. 这是笔. This is and then plus the object you want to say. Okay, and the object. 这是笔. And then, for example, you go to the restaurant, you want to order food. Then you will ask the waiter. 你会问服务员 Can I have the menu? And then the waiter give you the menu. Says this is the menu. This is menu. Menu in Chinese we say 菜单. Okay, 这是菜单. Okay, this is menu. And also you want to drink something. 你想要喝点什么 You want to drink some wine or you want to drink some water, then you can ask, do you have a wine list? Do you have a wine list? 你们 do you have 你们有酒水单吗？酒水单do you have wine list? 酒水 is the wine wine and 水 is the water, right? Do you have the wine list? 单 is the list. Do you have a wine list? And then you can say, oh yes, we have. 是的，我们有。This is the wine list. 这是酒水单这是酒水单。OK， 好。Then we have different types of food. We have appetizer. Appetizer in Chinese we say 头盘. So before you eat the staple food, and then you have something snack similar to snacks to eat as a starter. So we say appetizer 头盘. 头 in Chinese we say head. Head. 头 is head. Head. And then we have a staple food or we have entries 主食. Okay. So in China, the most popular entries is the rice 基本上主食我们一般we have different dishes 我们有不同的菜 plus the rice or noodles 加上米饭或者是面条 so 主食 we have 菜菜 is like dishes different dishes so which include vegetables 蔬菜include vegetables and also include some meat and 肉meat. So for example, fish 鱼beef 牛肉or pork 猪肉 okay. And also for the staple food we have rice here 主食 staple food we have rice 米饭 rice and also we can also eat some noodles noodles in Chinese we say 面条 for staple food. Okay, so and then after you finish this part you want to eat something sweet 你想要吃一点甜的desserts, right? So we say 甜点then you can order 我想要吃一块蛋糕 a piece of cake 蛋糕 we already learned cake or you say I want to drink a cup of coffee 我想要喝一杯咖啡or I want to drink some liquor 我想要喝点酒 something like that. Okay. So this is something sweet 甜哦 the children's favorite 孩子们最喜欢的冰淇淋ice cream this is a very famous dessert. Okay, so for different types different periods different time period. We have different food, right? So in the morning, 早上 you still remember our first lesson? In the morning, 早上 in the afternoon, 中午、下午 and in the evening, 晚上 Okay, so in 早上在早上 we eat breakfast. So 早上我们吃的是早餐What we eat is breakfast 早餐 and then in the afternoon we have 午餐 right 午餐 and then 晚上 you go back from your work from school and then you want to eat dinner then this is 晚餐 okay so in Chinese we say 一日三餐 so one day three meals one day three meals 一日 means day 一日 one day three meals okay so three meals which represent 早餐午餐 and 晚餐 okay so let's go through the vocabulary one more time first one do you have menu 你们有菜单吗 yes we have this is menu 是的我们有这是菜单 Do you have wine list 你们有酒水单吗 Yes we have 是的我们有 This is wine list 这是酒水单 And then for different types of dishes we have appetizer we say 头盘 And then after appetizer we eat entries 主食 Okay so 主食 include dishes and staple food For dishes, we have vegetables, 蔬菜 and meat, 肉 That's the general name for veggie and meat. And we also have 主食 staple food. We have 米饭 rice. And also we have 面条 noodles. So do you like 米饭 or 面条？你喜欢米饭还是面条呢？ Okay. And for after we finish our entries, we will have something sweet. Sweet, 甜 sweet, sweet. Or we will have some desserts. Then we can order some cake. 我们可以吃一点蛋糕 and some ice cream. 吃一些冰淇淋 Okay. So for different time period, we have 一日三餐 Okay, one day, three meals, which include breakfast, 早餐 and then lunch, 午餐 and when you come back from work, we will have some dinner, right? 晚餐 Okay. That's the vocabulary for this lesson. So take some time to remember to get familiar with it after the class. So no more question. Let's move on to the conversation. 我们来看一下对话的部分。So there are two persons in the picture. 图片里面有两个人。They are in the restaurant. 他们在一家餐厅。A client. Last lesson we also learned client and waitress. Client is 顾客。顾客 and waiter or waitress is 服务员。服务员。They are talking, they are chatting, they are talking something about ordering making the reservation. Let's see. First one. The client says, we'd like a table for four. Table for four. So please arrange us. 请给我们安排。安排 means arrange. 请给我们安排一张四人餐桌a table for two. Okay. So here, table means 餐桌桌子table for four table for four 四个人 four person right 一张 is the measure word so a table 我们可以说一张餐桌a table so here 张 is the measure word so 请给我们安排一张四人餐桌 Do you have a reservation? Reservation in Chinese we say 预定你们有 Do you have? 你们有预定吗Do you have a reservation? 有 Yes, I do. In the name of Barker in the name of somebody 以什么人的名义or who orders it or who book it 是的有是 Barker is the name of Barker 是巴克尔预定的预定的 make a reservation 预定 reserve Okay, then the waitress asked, "Where would you like to sit?" 你们想要坐在哪里？您so here, remember this one. 您 is quite formal, quite polite. 您 in a formal conversation. 您想 want or would like to sit. Sit is 坐坐。This is a verb. Okay, 坐。您想坐在哪里？哪里 is where 您想坐在哪里呢？Where do you want to sit? 靠窗坐 OK 靠窗坐靠 is right next to near or near close to or close to 窗 is the 窗户window 窗户 close to the window I want to sit next to the window I want to sit near a window OK 好 OK so this way OK 好吧好的这边请 OK this way okay this way please okay this way please here you are so in this conversation what you need to remember is first one a table for four a table for four 四人餐桌 OK a table for two how about table for two 两人桌双人桌 OK 单人桌双 table for two is 双人桌 OK table for this one and then 请给我们安排 please arrange us OK next one you need to remember is book or reservation do you have reservation do you have yes Barker book it make a reserve date so 是的巴克尔预定的 do you have a reservation and then you ask where do you want to sit so here remember where in Chinese we say 哪里where do you want to 想要做什么 want to do something 想 plus the thing you want to do so here is plus something want to do 想要做plus usually after that we add a verb so 您想坐在哪里呢靠窗坐靠 near or close 窗户 window 靠窗坐 OK this way 好的这边请 Okay, so this is the conversation for a reservation in a restaurant. 在餐厅里面去做一个预定。So let's move on to some vocabularies about eating. Before you eat something, you need to make some preparation, right? 要做一些准备。So let's remember some vocabulary. Let's know some vocabulary here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 我们有7个单词7 vocabularies. So let's see one by one. 第一个，这是什么这是什么 ？What's this？ 这是什么 ？What？ 什么 ？What is this？ 这是什么 ？Okay, so 这是酒杯。Okay, 酒杯的 the thing you drink wine. You drink 红酒 red wine. You drink red wine. Use 酒杯 so plus the measure word we say 一个or 一只一个酒杯 or 一只酒杯 both correct 一只酒杯 so remember this is called 酒杯 and second one 这一个 what is this 这是什么呢the thing you eat noodles with noodles and rice we say a bowl right in Chinese we say 碗 so plus the measure word 碗一只碗the bowl 一只碗 and then this one 一二三 here under 在碗的下面 under the bowl we have a plate right so plate we say 餐碟 okay 餐碟 we can say 一套 a set of 一套 plate or 一个碗碗碟 and then four we have a fork so here this is fork fork we say 叉子 in Chinese we say 叉子 okay or you can say 一个叉子 or 一只叉子叉子 and then next to the fork 在叉子的旁边是一个勺子 or 一把勺子 the spoon we say 调羹 is actually quite formal so you can say spoon with 调羹 and also you can say 勺子。These two are both correct for spoon. Okay, different place we have different saying. Spoon 勺子 normally we prefer to say 勺子 and then we have chopsticks. Okay, chopsticks 筷子 a pair of chopstick 一双双normally refers to two things. Okay, a pair of for example a pair of gloves 一双手套 and a pair of shoes 一双鞋子 or a pair of so when you see things appear in two together, so usually you use the measure word 双一双 and then last one we have a hand towel 一条毛巾 so towel we say 毛巾 okay 一条毛巾 okay so let's review the vocabulary one more time first one 第一个这个是酒杯 okay next one 这是碗 next one 这是餐碟 or 盘子 okay 餐碟 or 盘子 both correct 盘子plate next one 这是叉子 and the next one 这是勺子 or 调羹 and next one 这是筷子 chopstick and last one 这是毛巾 okay 毛巾 so the last two important useful phrases we will learn today is what type of noodles do you have? So in Chinese we say 你们有哪些面条what types of so here you can say 你们供应供应 in Chinese is means provide provide is quite formal 非常的正式 but in oral Chinese we just say 你们有do you have so here this is quite formal so you can use it or you don't want to use it both correct 你们有哪些面条你们供应哪些面条好哪些what kind of noodles noodles 面条 and then next one where can I pay where can I pay pay in Chinese we say 给钱付钱 so 在哪儿在哪儿付钱在哪儿付钱 how can I pay 怎么付怎么付钱how is 怎么 how can I pay where can I pay 在哪儿付钱怎么付钱 okay so these two sentences is also quite useful so to ask do you have something 你们有什么吗and for when you finish eating then you ask how can I pay 怎么样付钱 or where can I pay 在哪儿付钱 okay so for this unit in the restaurant 在餐馆 we learn the different places we eat 我们学到了在不同的地方吃饭的地方叫什么名字 the name of these places for example 餐馆饭馆美食街this is for the place and also we have different types of food or we have Chinese food 中餐 we have Western food 西餐 and also we have snacks 零食 or street food 街头小吃 okay and also we learn some different types of food for example in different period for example in the morning afternoon evening we have 一日三餐早餐午餐和晚餐 and we have appetizer 头盘 entries 主食 and dessert 甜点 and when you go to a restaurant you want to order food then you ask do you have menu or do you have wine list 你们有菜单吗你们有酒水单吗 okay so this is for ordering and also we learned to make a reservation in a restaurant a table for four 四人餐桌请给我们安排四人餐桌 so do you have reservation 你们有预定吗 who book it who make the reservation 巴克预定的 so 你们想坐在哪儿你们想坐在哪儿 where do you want to sit 靠窗坐 next to the window 靠窗坐 Okay, want to do something. 想做某事儿。Okay. So I think that's all for today's lesson. So for this lesson, I think a lot of vocabulary you need to know, not to remember, just to know the meaning of it, and also practice some useful phrases about make a reservation and about ordering food. So I think that's all for today's lesson. If you think this lesson is useful for you, please remember to subscribe me and follow up my next lessons. And I will see you guys next time. 下次见，拜拜。